Hear me out. Anyone that reads tarot is watching me through it, girl. Hear me out. I am cramping oh so bad right now. My stomach's like, ugh. Peanut butter sandwich probably did not help since that jelly was expired. I'm going to pull some cards. 33 seconds in the clock when I said that. I have the Dragon Oracle here. I will be shuffling on my chest. We're gonna see what comes out. A lot of people view like laying down or leaning back during a reading is like disrespectful, which if you were to go into actually, I don't know, if I went into a shop to go see a tarot reader or a palm reader or anything like that, and they were laying down, I'd be like, they're about to tell me some shit. Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm about to tell you some shit. Using the Dragon Oracle, if I did not say that already. Yeah, I'm feeling a little noshy-nosh, but I wanted to pull some cards for you guys. And I was going to go live earlier, but I just kept feeling nauseous, but all I'm thinking about is, I kept thinking about the Chariot card, like it was just in my head. I was watching someone's, and I wasn't thinking about tarot or anything related to that. It was just like, sorry, distracted here. I was watching, I'm pretty sure their last name is the Cordals. I'm like, no, I can't think of it more. I watch them all the time. Hunter and Devin. They're like the sweetest little southern couple. I probably do not seem like the type of person that watches, like, I don't watch, like, family vloggers. I just watch that chick. Watch that chick's TikToks, like, when she was pregnant with her first kid, I think. I just love them. They're just, like, real sweet, wholesome people. Like, I have nothing in common with them, but they're just so sweet, it's, like, hard to not watch them. But anyways, I was watching that and kept thinking of the Chariot card. So I wasn't watching tarot, I wasn't listening to people talk about relationships or anything. It wasn't balance. Balance. You pulled the Balance Dragon with the yin yang card is a beautiful, like, purple color. Leave that there. I'll flip through this, and that is the first card. Anyone tunes in this way, like, nice angle. I'm laying down. Balance. Balance. What you're experiencing in your life now is transitional. This dragon balance depicts aspects of us as a whole, our light and shadow sides. As humans, we show the world our many different sides, for we are multifaceted and can change from situation to situation. These aspects could include our compassion, frustration, love, irritation, joy, and so on. His appearance in your spread is to remind you that everything is perfect, even if the situation you find yourself in is pushing your buttons. Balance says, fear and frustration only serve one purpose, and that is to disempower. Life on Earth is all about achieving a personal equilibrium, seeing things for what they are, balancing your daily activities and demands with time to laugh and play. You run the risk of becoming too serious and caught up in the dramas that are unfolding in your life now by not allowing yourself time to play. I'm laying down. I'm literally laying down. That's so fun. Like, allow yourself time to chill. Allow yourself time to lay down. If you're a tarot reader and you have clients and you're like, hey, I really still wanted to keep the progress on my channel and keep those lives going today, fucking do it laying down. Do it from bed. Lay on your side. Prop your little phone up. Do what you need to do. I knew I was feeling a little lazy for a reason, so here's your card. I'm going to balance it on and just stick to my head. Yep, awesome. Got a nice greasy forehead for you guys. This is disgusting, I'm so sorry. So here's your cards. Sorry. I surprisingly have no Gemini in my chart. Balance says, I'm so unserious right now. I'm sorry, guys. You run the risk of becoming too serious. I certainly do not. You run the risk of becoming too serious and caught up in the dramas that are unfolding in your life now by not allowing yourself time to play. I'm hearing, so even if, let's say you just lost your job. Let's say you just got laid off. Let's say you thought things were going really good in your relationship. Someone just dumped you. Whatever is going wrong in your situation, and I resonate with this wholeheartedly. Like, okay, I'll give an example. A few months ago, I got laid off from a position, almost got evicted from my place because I could not pay the rent. I had just got done driving all the way to California and back to get my childhood cat from the people that were keeping him after my parents split up and moved and left him out there. Where I'm going with all of this is like I I was single for a year and a half and did not entertain anything. I might send someone a flirty message back, but I didn't go on dates, not a single date, nothing. Um, and that was just because I was like, well, I don't have my stuff together. I don't have my stuff together. I don't have my stuff together. And true, maybe I shouldn't be like downloading Tinder while dealing with an eviction. But my point is like, I'm I'm in a better situation now. I'm going somewhere with this, I promise. I'm in a better situation now. But I just realized I need to, like, it's balance. It's not about like, okay, I'm not focusing on love. I'm not gonna, like, I didn't even, that's where I was going with that. So aside from dating, I wouldn't hang out with friends either. I would tell my friends, like, yeah, I'm broke. I can't spend money on gas. They'd be like, I'll drive to you. I'd be like, I'm not trying to go out to eat. I'm not trying to spend money. They'd be like, sit outside and talk. I'd be like, I can't. I gotta focus on them. And then it's like at the end of the day, I was realizing I'm sitting wasting time on my phone. Uh, I'd be like, oh no, I need to cook for myself. Okay, well, the whole time I'm cooking pasta, instead of like, I don't know, calling back my doctor to reschedule an appointment I missed, or calling the county to double check my court date, make sure like it wasn't interfering with my work schedule, things like that. Like, I could take care of things and still enjoy life. You know what I mean? It's not like, and trauma can do that, but it's like whoever resonates with this, you could be in a moment where like you're out of balance because you're like punishing yourself for something. Like maybe it's not even something you did. Maybe you're like grieving. You could have just lost a loved one. Maybe you lost a grandparent. Uh, Hearing like childhood friend. Maybe a childhood friend passed away, and uh, like right before this happened, let's say you were starting to like go on dates again, and now you're like, well, no, okay, yeah, this is why I can't date. I need to focus on blah 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 blah. Would your friend want you to just like put your life on hold? Someone needs to hear that. Let me put this card back on my forehead real quick. Finish reading this, here you go. I don't think it'll keep sticking. Oh, gross, sorry. You can call upon my energy and wisdom to guide you to be more balanced in how you feel about your situation. You cannot have darkness without light, the sun without the moon. Do you need to learn to say no, or to look at your personal boundaries? Are they being crossed? Are they being crossed too often? Maybe you should say yes to things which, although they make you fearful, will assist in your personal and spiritual growth. Remember that what you are now experiencing in your life now, I read that backwards, sorry. Remember that what you are experiencing in your life now is transitional. It won't last forever. This, like much of life, is a phase, a lesson, and it too will soon pass. If you find yourself in a perplexing situation, ask for his wisdom to be bestowed upon you. Balance will guide you to understanding, to know in your heart what you can do, or, indeed, if you need to do anything at all. Sometimes all that is required is patience. So I'm not saying like, if you, like, let's say you just got laid off for your job.
maybe don't go out for drinks tonight, obviously. If your friends are like, hey, you just got laid off, let's go celebrate, spend all that money. Like, friends coming up, like, be smart about things, but find the balance. Like, tell your friends, if you just started seeing someone, like, hey, I wanna hang out tonight, like, blah blah blah, let's meet up here. And you're like, I just got laid off from my job, blah blah blah. I'm hearing, instead of giving them this whole sob story and figuring out how you don't want to hang out, first, like, give yourself a chance to. Okay, is there a way you can? Is there a way you can still see them? Uh, like, what do you actually need to get done? Like, yeah. Or like, maybe you're not answering messages and you're like telling people, oh, I just. Someone just keeps saying, I gotta get my shit together. I gotta get my shit together. I gotta get my shit together. Um, what other cards we got? First we got the balance. I was gonna show you. This is your first card. The balance. That was your first card. Balance. I wasn't even doing that because it said balance, but I just realized I'm balancing it on my head. Maybe that's why I'm laying down, because I wouldn't have to do this if I was sitting up, and then the balance card wouldn't have been as important. I'm reaching now. You had two that wanted to come out. You had 9 that wanted to come out. I got this deck. Oh, sorry. I know this is probably getting annoying. 12 on the clock. Freedom. Something fell. Freedom. Freedom. Let's see what the book says about it. It said, beautiful blue dragon. 10. You got 1 and 10. If you're seeing 110, 111 a lot. Freedom. Let go and trust the process of life and the universe. Freedom frequently appears when we have been kidding ourselves about a particular situation or scenario we find ourselves in. You may be feeling overwhelmed with responsibility or trapped by circumstance, or maybe it's simply a feeling of disquiet and anxiety. She says, open your heart and you will see the inner truth of any situation. Don't be afraid of the truth, for it can be as liberating as it is healing. Change is the single constant in your world, and you have learned to fear that change. Let it go, for it is your gilded cage. Give yourself wings and come fly with me. You can only be truly free once you release your strong need for control. She continues, be brave. Follow your inner guidance. Only you can set yourself free. Let go and trust the process of life and the universe. Take time out, free some time for you to dance, play music, get back to that yoga practice, listen to water, catch the wind in your hair. Seek out a place of quiet solitude in nature, sit quietly and simply be. Goes right with that first card. That's what I'm saying, like, finding the balance doesn't, I'm not saying, like, oh, you just got laid off, we'll blow that money and spirit will bring it back. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, don't feel like you have to sit at home and stress out and rot until you can do something. Someone needs to make like, I'm hearing making lists. Someone needs to make a list. Write down what you physically can and need. Like, don't write down stuff that you need to do that you can't do. If you're like, okay, well, I gotta pay off my student loans. Okay, if you can't like feasibly do that today, I'm someone that will do that. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna make my to-do list of all the shit I need to get done, all the shit I need to get together. And I swear, every time I do that, at some point, I'll always write, like, the stuff that can be done, but, like, I'm not doing that, like, today. Like, I have almost $10,000 in student loans. Anytime I get a free day, if I make a list, I'll be like, I don't know, air up tires, clean out car, make a grocery list, pay off student loans. Like, I'll put that on there, and the intention is like a reminder, but at the end, like, in a nutshell, girl, balance. So that freedom card, just as the book is saying, I'm gonna get back to that in a second. You don't have to, I'm not saying go out and spend all your money, Spirit will replace it. I'm saying, like, get done what you need to get done, that you can get done. If you just got laid off, figure out how to apply for unemployment if you can, figure out how to apply for food stamps if you can, start applying for new jobs, set yourself a goal that makes you feel comfortable with, like, depending on who you are, depending on your qualifications, if it is like, depending on where you live, like, let's say you live in a big city, and let's say you don't need a wage that high right now, let's say your living costs aren't that much, so you're like, okay, I really only need this much an hour, I could get, like, I wouldn't mind working at a gas station, just kind of, like, I don't mind ringing people up and helping people out, like, you might only need, like, it's not something that's going to take weeks and weeks and weeks in hearing, like, even if you need to get all of that done, set a goal, like, okay, I'm going to apply for 30 jobs by 8 o'clock today, or 30 jobs this week, depending on, like, how urgent it is, whatever your financial situation is, and then, sorry, I heard a car, I thought I recognized it was just a big rig going down the road. Write down goals that will actually make movement in your situation, and then at that point, it's like, what else can you do, you know? And obviously, I've faced eviction before. I understand how scary it is, and I didn't do it with, like, children or a dog, but I did have a cat with me who's 12 years old. This happened, like, at the peak of the summer season where I was at the time. So it was like, I was so stressed out. I was like, this isn't the type of thing where, like, we can go live in my car. Like, I don't know where I'm going to park. The other thing was that I was going to say is I live in an area where there's really not even a Walmart to go sleep at. And if you did, you will definitely get abducted there. Like, I'm not that it's ideal anywhere, but I'm really not in an ideal spot to be living in a car. The car is also a Honda Accord, and a very old one. Windows are not tinted, so, like, believe me, I understand. If you're facing eviction or, like, something, like, let's say you're going through a crazy custody battle, and let's say you have your kids full-time right now, but courts, I'm thinking of that show, The Maid, something like that. Like, you're the stable parent, you have custody, but let's say the other parent's the one with the money. You have a court date coming up, and you're, like, freaking out about it. Obviously, in that situation, you're not gonna want to go hang out with friends, I get that, but don't get to a point where, obviously it's easier said than done, but these cards are telling me to tell you, like, just really, like, give yourself a hug, give yourself some balance and some, like, freedom to, like, still enjoy the night with your kids while you have them. Think of anyone you can call that you have not called yet. If you feel like you've Googled everything you can already Google, if you can't afford legal service, like, Google, word things differently, reach out to people, and even if it falls on deaf ears, it will make you feel better that you at least tried. Like, maybe you have a coworker that you really don't even gel with that well. Send them the message. If they're a dick about it, be like, I didn't mean to send that to you, I'm so sorry. Then they'll feel like a dick. If not, they might respond and have help those are super specific, so you might need, I don't know, coworker might have some legal help or legal options for you, financial options. Let's pull some more cards. The Freedom card was basically the balance card, just like in a different light. It's like life is about balance, and balance is giving yourself that freedom to find balance. Avebury Matriarch. 13. 13 could be significant for you. Avebury Matriarch. This dragon comes into strength and power to delve deep into our ancestral past and bring healing. She usually follows the matriarchal line back through the passage of time. She states, "The time has come to release the chains that bind continued pain from your ancestors, which has been passed down from generation to generation. You do not need to own this, as it is not and never was your pain to bear." She reassures us that it is safe to explore old family hurts and release them to her. If she has shown up today in your reading, ask for her wisdom. Ask her for wisdom to guide you in the best way to heal the past and move forward in life. She says, "I will guide you to discover the best way you can heal and leave the pain of your ancestral past behind. Old family wounds only fester on a deeper level if not acknowledged and released. They serve you no purpose in your journey now. The Avebury Matriarch has flown into your awareness today. She wants you to visit an old natural temple, stone circle, or other ancient sacred site and connect to the energy of the land there. She asks you to ground yourself, but be still and ask for her guidance. Due to her connection with the Avebury Henge, she carries an incredibly ancient energy, that of the old ways, the shamanic healing of the ancestors of England. Her wisdom is as ancient as the land itself." I hate the freaking glare. But yeah, that's what I'm getting from this. With that Avebury Matriarch card, you could have could have just lost a older maternal figure in your life. Doesn't have to be blood related, biologically related. What is the Bible verse? Is that even a Bible verse? Is it the blood of the covenant is thicker than the water of the womb? Or is that backwards? That's relevant for someone. Maybe for someone, even if you hate it, I'm hearing go to church on Sunday. And even if you gotta leave early because you hate it so much, you're gonna get someone's number or get someone's contact information that is going to help you with the legal situation or the housing situation or whatever it is that you are not able to, even if it's just someone that you have one conversation with and then you're like, wow, that was definitely my grandma trying to get someone to talk, something's gonna really clear things up for you. If you bared this long with me laying down, thank you. I do not have a mullet. I just do this all day. Nothing wrong with mullets though. But yeah, if you watch this far, hello, my name is Iris. I do not pick my nose, although I'm not opposed to it. I just mess up for a second and a lot. I'm a self-taught tarot reader and self-proclaimed intuitive. And the spirit dragon at the bottom of the deck. And Gaia underneath of that. So yeah, whoever this resonates with, obviously easier said than done. Give yourself a pat on the back. you've obviously been through some crazy stuff that's really fogging your brain, but give yourself balance. Take the time to, even if you gotta like blast some music while you do it, write a list. Anything that, I have ADHD. One thing that really helps me is just remembering, or when I can, trying to remember, 25 on the clock, is me saying this, any task that is like 3 minutes or less for a normal person, just tackle that first, because you'll get it done. Like, if you're like, I need to call this person, I need to email this person, doing those things does not take that long. So make a list of, like, those things, and then you can knock that stuff out, like, quick. So, if you do struggle with that, I empathize, if you can't tell already. I got, like, 4 hours of sleep, woke up way earlier than I needed to today. And then I was like, it's just gonna be an early day. And then by like 5 o'clock, I was like, I cannot keep my eyes open. It's 8 o'clock where I'm at right now, and I'm probably gonna go to sleep. Or that's the intention. Lord knows, I'm actually going to end up taking a nap, wake up at like midnight, and be wired. Can't wait. Yeah, if you watched this far, thanks for hanging out. I'll be live later or tomorrow. See you later.